All right, so let's talk a little weather, because that's the primary reason why we're here, isn't it? The radar. Nice and calm now after some thunderstorms and downpours earlier. Campbellsville, you folks received about an inch of rain in about a 30-minute time span earlier this evening. And you had some street flooding down there. Lebanon Avenue flooded out. And we also had 40 to 45 mile per hour winds down that way too. Pretty strong storm down there, but most of the storms are gone now. So what we're focusing on for the rest of the evening is a small shower chance, because we still have some of these showers in western Kentucky, West Tennessee, trying to push into our area down here near this very compact area of low pressure. It's really, for you nerds out there, a vortmax, just a little vortmax moving right on through western Kentucky, West Tennessee. And it'll be with us for the morning hours tomorrow because it's moving slowly. So we still could pick up a couple showers in southern and central Kentucky tomorrow morning before we get to our 4th of July festivities. I think 4th of July itself is looking fairly dry at this point. Kind of looks nasty out there, doesn't it? We've had a lot of complaints about the overcast skies today, and that has been the case because of that disturbance moving in. Had enough sunshine earlier today to get us to 89 for our high temperature. That's what it looks like from our tower camera. Still 85 here in downtown Louisville, so even though we've had the clouds in here, temperature's still been up there quite a bit. Mid-80s this afternoon after that 89 degrees that we did have. Down to the south, it's lower 70s, Lebanon to Columbia, just because they've had the rain-cooled air, the downpours, and the last couple hours down that way that have since ceased. Let's talk about tomorrow. Everybody is asking about the forecast. What is going to happen with these storm chances as we head throughout tomorrow afternoon? Well, at this point, I've kept us in a 30% storm chance for Tuesday. This forecast has been rock solid for more than a week now. We've kept it very steady, and it is so far looking like it's going to pan out. Temperatures in the upper 80s as we head throughout tomorrow. Now, those temperatures will depend on how that morning shower chance to our south really plays out, but I do think most of us will see at least mid to upper 80s as we head throughout tomorrow. This is what Futurecast looks like. There's that morning shower activity to our south. I think on the edge of that, the very northern edge, we'll start to see some scattered storms pop up. It's like a differential heating boundary. So you've got some cooler air in one place, warmer air in another, and that creates just a little bit of lift to get some of those thunderstorms going. Once again, it's a scattered storm chance. It's more of a spotty scenario. You may pick up a storm for 15, 20 minutes, and then you're done with it. So if you have outdoor plans, if you're planning a barbecue, if you're planning an outdoor grill out or anything like that, make sure you have a plan to take the party inside or under cover for like 15 to 20 minutes if a storm moves overhead, and then you can take it back out, because I think you'll be pretty much done at that point. Everybody has at least one, maybe two shots at this tomorrow, and then if you don't get it, then you're in good shape. Make sure you have the Wave 3 News weather app tomorrow. You'll get the push notifications about the lightning, the heavy precipitation, the ones that we send you custom. If there's like a big storm complex trying to get organized tomorrow afternoon, if a couple of these spotty storms try to merge together, I'll send a push alert to you guys geographically targeted, so make sure your location services are on and allowed via the privacy settings in your operating system for the app. And just make sure you use the radar on there, too. It's also got the future radar. I mean, the list goes on and on. Just have the weather app tomorrow, and you'll be in pretty good shape. You'll see by 9:30 fireworks time, we're fine. I think after sunset, we're in great shape. Even just before sunset, we'll probably be completely dry in our 29 counties that we serve. So those of you setting off fireworks, one, do them safely. Two, I think you'll be just fine because things will be fairly dry. The Bats, if you're taking the easy way out tomorrow and just going to the Bats game and then watching the fireworks from there, temperatures will be in the, looks like they're going to be in the, well, that's the wrong graphic, but you get the idea. Tomorrow it's definitely going to be a day with a couple scattered storms in the afternoon, but by the evening, I think you'll be in good shape. Okay, so better storm chances coming our way. I've heard some folks today saying they need some rain. They need it for their gardens. They need it for their lawns. They need it for plants that they have outside. We're going to get some, it looks like, on Thursday. Thursday's storm chance is elevated. I've put it up to a 60% chance. Got another area of low pressure moving through. Now, depending on its location, we may see a stronger storm or two with this. The GFS model, what I'm showing you right here, trying to drive this through early in the morning, that would argue for a not-so-strong storm scenario. Let's hope that's the case. It'd be nice to have a garden variety thunderstorm chance where everybody gets a pretty good soaking and then we're done with it, right? So this is what we call EHI. If you're a weather nerd like me, that is Energy Helicity Index. For you folks who really don't care about that, we're just going to call it severe weather ingredients, all right? It's basically the spin in the atmosphere combined with the instability, kind of the two big things you need for severe weather. And there is a little bit of value trying to pop up, maybe around 1, and that's about it, where you see that very light yellow shade there in Kentucky. And then it tries to increase during the afternoon and evening in eastern Kentucky, because again, it depends on where this system is. If it moves faster, then that means that most of the stronger storm risk would be east and south of us. If it moves slower, it'd be more so in the counties that we serve. All right, so just keep that in mind as we're making the fine-tuning adjustments on this storm chance for Thursday over the next several days. And then Friday, we've got another storm chance at night as a front moves through. This front on Friday gives us much cooler air for the weekend. I don't want to say much cooler air, but highs will only be in the lower 80s for a lot of us. That's going to feel really good when you couple the cooler air for both Saturday and Sunday with the lower humidity that's going to be moving in from Canada. This is a winning combination. We're talking about that for both Saturday and Sunday again. And the sticky meter here is going to be in the pleasant to humid category, which for this time of year, again, is a very good treat. That's something that we want. All right, 14-day forecast. It's the earliest alert outlook, only available here at Wave 3 News. And we have a couple days in the 90s, but not a whole lot. I am seeing signs that a trough over the eastern half of the nation is going to stay there. We've had trouble getting rid of that for like months now. We've had it break down a little bit, and the ridge try to build in, it gets real hot for a few days, and then the trough comes back. So this pattern is going to be persistent, it looks like, for at least a few more days as we go into next week, too. And then we get a storm system moving through on that Friday. It looks like a pretty good bet now on the 14th. It'll be a rainy scenario, so kind of file that in the back of your head. We'll, of course, update you on the fine details on that as we go throughout the next week and a half or so. But you get the idea. It's not going to be super hot, and it's not going to be super stormy. I think next week looks fairly calm. That's kind of a rare thing in July. Usually you get these afternoon pop-up storms. It's hot and muggy. I think it'll be a little bit less than that next week. That's a good thing.